Hey, folks, all shows on the Madness Comic Network are produced by their individual hosts, and I don't make them. I don't make them say any damn thing. They say what they want. They live their lives. We have a good time. We are all adults here. This show is rated Don't Be a Little Bitch. Thank you. I've been wanting to say that all week.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting. But also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Creator of numerous comic books and graphic novels, including Nightmare World, Tales of Mystery, Brave But Not Dead, all kinds of stuff. And I am super excited for you because you are getting to watch right now, right this moment, out of all the things we're going to be doing, you're getting to enjoy and revel in the Madness Comic Network. And that is awesome. Thank you for being here.
All right. Go, Dirk, go.
Good morning.
Hello. It is another Wednesday, and we be here. We back. and like a total dumbass, I don't have a copy of Homestead to hold up here because, like I said, I'm a total dumbass. But the good Lord, I hate seeing all that junk behind.
Oh, that helps.
Stage, yeah.
Just turn your camera off. Stop cam.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom, start cam, stop cam. No, not remove. All the way at the bottom. All right, well, we'll look at his art while we wait for him to find his way back. Tech, it ain't for everybody. No. You have to turn your mic and your camera back on, or go out, turn them on, come back in, whatever. It just, we got a black screen down there, bro. Okay, that coffee was hot. Shit.
There we go. I'm
Damn.
back. That was stupid. Yeah, I obviously clicked the wrong damn thing. So anyway, as I was saying, I did mention dumbass, right?
Yep, you did.
So yeah, as I was saying, I got my first couple of boxes of Homestead stock came in the other day. So that's super cool. Now I think here in a little bit, here in a couple hours, I'll probably be posting to my socials. David, that's annoying. Posting to my socials the unboxing of it, which is kind of neat. So we did it.
We do those kind of things live, you know.
Well, I this one I did at a place called the Play Portal.
Yeah.
With all these kids who I run D&D games for once a month through a charity that I'm a board member on called the Dice
We
Alliance.
broadcast stuff like that too, Les.
Yeah, well, yeah. I can. I'll. I don't know what's going on, dude. I just make my shit and come on here and talk.
We actually have a show called Comic Related Unboxings.
Nice.
Okay, we've done about 100 episodes of that. I love D&D stuff, especially if it's stuff that's bringing kids into what we love.
Yep.
So you can always promote shit like that in the madness, bro. Hey, I'm up here at the school or the store or whatever. We got the kids and we're doing this and that. Yeah.
I was just talking with a school superintendent last night about bringing the charity that we have to their school. So I think we've got some interesting stuff going on with that.
Yeah, we're all for stuff like that, bro. That's what this is all about.
Well, I'm going to hop into what I'm working on today, which is, I'm in Clip Studio, of course. And let's just kill that. I'm tired of fighting with that window. We got a digital painting that I've been working on that is a wraparound cover, front and back, which is a special kind of pain in the butt sometimes because the let's see.
Explain why it's a pain in the butt. Let me be Carl for a minute here. Can you explain why your butt hurts?
Well, here's what makes my butt hurt with this. So with a wraparound cover, okay, the right side, the right half of the image is the front of the book, and the left half is the back. So you're really doing two pieces of artwork, but actually you're doing three because you've got to compose the front so that you've got a composition that works and all that. But then you've got to, and I'm going to scoot this over this way, compose the back. But then those two compositions need to kind of work together because God only knows what else it's going to get used for. So I kind of don't like doing wraparound covers. And it seems like every time I turn around, I have to do them because it's just, they're very annoying to have to come up with the composition on them. So that is always the first problem. It's like, how do I do a composition for this? And you'll find, like, if you start looking at a lot of wraparound covers that you've seen, because there's plenty of them, I guarantee you will start to see similarities in the compositions of all of them, because there's only a handful of ways that you can set things up and have it work out. Now somebody might do a wraparound and not give a crap about the overall end piece when it's flattened out. But anybody who cares about that, there's going to be similarities. There's going to be consistent little things you run into from piece to piece because of how that has to be set up, you know, to for the two compositions that end up coming back together as one. Right. So that's the first irritation. Then this piece has a lot of characters in it, so that's a special kind of a task to deal with. That is a little annoying. Smooth that out. I just happen to notice this stuff.
So from a just a viewer's point of view, the only way you can make that 2-3 compositions like that is because you're doing digital. If you had to draw that all out on one piece of paper, you wouldn't be able to separate it into.
Oh no, you would do thumbnails. You would like draw you'd do a batch of thumbnails on like one sheet of paper where you draw the little rectangles that are the size of what the whole piece is going to be. And you'd sit there and you'd work out your composition with stick figures on those.
Yeah. Like the way you separated it like that, it's like, man, you can't do that if you just got a pencil, guys. You know, that's a different thing. You know,
you can. It's just different. You just have to think about it differently, and you have to plan for it differently. One of the things I think people don't realize about doing art, especially if it's art you're getting paid to do, you know, if it's a job, which, you know, for me, this I love what I do, but it is a job, and make no mistake about that. That probably half the work is actually planning.
Yep.
You plan that stuff out. Because if you don't, I mean, yeah, you can. The place to swing wild is in a sketchbook, because when it's go time on something, especially something you're getting paid for, no, screw that. You do not want guesswork. You do not want any of that kind of crap going on. So, yeah, you plan. You plan a lot. And you always have to be ready to have your plan go to complete crap.
And that goes no matter what you're planning.
Plan it and understand that whatever you planned is not what's actually going to happen. You're just kind of creating a guideline for yourself of what you hope for, and then you're going to end up winging it. But if you completely wing it, that's got its own set of problems. So I always try to plan stuff out. Whew. I'm just looking over this right now. I've been pounding on this piece for a couple of days, which is kind of odd for me. I don't usually do that. And there's little things that I'm thinking I'm going to change. Like, I don't like these feathers coming down here behind this arm. And then this thumbnail here is kind of feels weird to me. Feels like it's making it hard to really understand what's going on there. So I'm using a which brush is this? This is a custom brush of mine called the Textured Watercolor Blend. And it basically does that. Like it has some canvas texture to it. There's little things I can turn on and off with it. And it's a custom brush, so I could probably do a whole hour on just the building these custom brushes for things like this. But you can see, like, wherever I click and then pull from, it just spreads that. So I'm using that to kind of spread stuff and effectively work those wings out of there because it didn't like them. And then use that to kind of touch up a little bit of this stuff. Kind of rebuild a little bit of this arm. And then we can do this. So that, I like that much better. And then this right here, because I want this hand to stand out more. So this group of feathers I have right here has got to go. All right. I think that blended those out pretty well. Now then, zoom in just a little bit here. Turn up the hardness on the brush. Go to a smaller brush and use that to pull little wisps of hair coming off that arm right there. Okay. Let's clean up that. Damn it. And on a big piece like this, a lot of times I will do a lot of the work on individual characters separately. And then bring them back over and like paste it back in here and then tweak from there. It's a little weird, but it's, you know, one of the advantages of digital. I mean, I always say there's nothing you do digital that you can't do traditional. And like, you know, working up a character separately and then pasting it in, people are like, oh, you can't do that traditional. Well, actually, yes, you can, because you would do the character on a you could do it on a sheet of vellum, you know, clear plastic. That's something we used to do a lot with airbrushes. Is we do different parts of a piece or different characters or do revisions on plastic vellum that you would then overlay onto the, you know, the rest of the artwork. So there's whatever it is that you do digital, there is a way to do it traditional. I guarantee it. So I'm not liking this. Straighten this out a little bit.
What's up, Gray Wolf? Good morning. Good morning, my friend.
And I am just not happy with that hand. So in that case, I'm going to throw a layer on here. If you notice, I don't know how well it shows up on the camera on the screen, but when I click that and turn that on and off, I'm turning a thing on and off right now. How well is that? Can you see the difference, or does it just darken?
Yeah, it light to dark, kind of lighter and darker.
See, if you could see where I'm working, you'd see that when it's going darker, it's actually adding a canvas texture onto the piece that makes it look like it's actually on canvas. So I am not digging where I'm at with this hand, and I think I am going to just come in here with a new layer and wipe that out of there. this background color in here.
Hey, Les, what would you think about moving this show an hour later in the day?
I would love it.
I would too, because I don't think anybody's awake.
Huh? Well, I would love it to give me another hour of production time before I have to start talking a lot.
Yeah, dude. Look, let's start next week. Let's move it to noon, and you might not even have a show behind you. I don't know yet.
Yeah, pardon me. I actually have a little bit of problem talking sometimes, like just getting going. There's a kind of a little bit of a lag I have sometimes in my speech that really irritates me. And it's just kind of a leftover thing from you know what.
Yeah. Also, I have a new co-host on Monday Madness, and he is also an artist.
Cool.
He's also gone through multiple strokes, and same as you, always fighting back, always trying to fight back to where he was. Levi Skeen. He's the artist of an upcoming book called what is it? Oh man, now I'm gonna brain fart. Memorial Park, Galaxy Memorial Park, and the story's based on like a Arlington Park for superheroes.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Right? It's got all the superheroes that have passed on, and you got the immortal ones that are still there, right, and whatnot. New ones coming up, but it's about the cemetery and all the heroes that have gone, that have passed. This is kind of a generational book.
Gotcha.
And it releases I think the campaign opens on Memorial Day 2025.
Oh, that's appropriate.
So yeah, and he's my new co-host on the Monday Madness, and I think you two need to meet, hang out. I'm just saying.
Oh, I would dig that.
You guys are very much alike when it comes to what you're going through and have gone through and whatnot. His studio is called 3 Stroke Studio.
Yeah,
but he's had
that's
more.
Funny. Well, since I had 2 strokes on the same day, I thought about changing my studio to 2-stroke engine.
Yeah, I think he had 3 on the same day, and that's why he changed his studio to 3 Stroke Studio. And of course, he's had more since. He just keeps fighting back. You guys remind me a lot of each other.
That's cool.
But yeah, next time you have a project in launch or getting ready to launch or whatever, have you out on Monday Madness. You guys can meet.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Dig that.
And I really was hoping you were going to show me my copy of Homestead, but
Nah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, pardon me. So right now I gotta fix this flying monkey's hand. I don't like it. So that's what I'm doing right now is fixing this thing. It's a little different when you're working in color. I'm not. It's weird. Like I like painting, and I do paintings for clients, do paintings for books and things. But I'm starting to find myself really wanting to just stick with line work. I enjoy ink a lot more than I do painting.
I get that. It seems like with colors, like it's not just color. There's got to be texture. There's got to be, shading. There's got to be all kinds of stuff involved in that. And it just coloring, people don't give it the credit it deserves.
Well, I really love black and white comics. I've always loved the black and white line work.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I
to
just
to do color and not wash out somebody's line work. You know, I mean, it's
oh
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like I give colorists a lot of respect. If I go look at the line work and then I look at the colored product and I can see all the line work,
Yeah.
then that guy did his job.
A lot of colorists get in there and muddy everything up. And
Yeah,
it
they washed out
irritates me
lines.
to no
Those
damn
lines-
end.
They wash them lines out, and those lines are important. You know? It's like, come on, man.
I'm like, I didn't put all this work in here just to have you turn it to mud.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I give a lot of respect to the ones that don't do that. That
Mhm.
show all the lines but still make the color pop. You know, that's a talented colorist.
There are some good ones out there, and God, there are some terrible ones.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got really mad at this one dude. Not really mad, but you know, I mean, I like kind of scolded him during the show because he had this beautiful artwork and he colored it himself and turned it into a turned it into like animation cartoon type look. And it's like, dude, take all that color off and look how beautiful that art is.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like you just like took away everything that made me like it by splashing color all over it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
It's like if you can't color it and keep all them lines there so that we can appreciate the actual art, don't color it at all. Just
mhm.
you know.
Yeah. I was just talking with someone right before I got on here about how I'm planning to do a re-release soon of Apocalypse Girl. And Apocalypse Girl was meant to be black and white.
Right.
And I've since adapted, and I put it out in color because that book went through 3 different publishers. And now I've incorporated and starting my own publishing company. And Apocalypse Girl is going to come out jointly from me, and it'll be a joint thing between me and a publisher I'm working with now. So in the process of that, well, first off, it's back to where I can release it however the hell I want.
Right.
And I don't have to go along with anybody's bullshit on it. And that's profoundly important. And then, since it was always intended to be a black and white comic, I'm going to do, now that I've adapted and done it in color, I'm like, well, I'll keep doing them in color going forward with volume 2 and everything. But when I put these out, I will probably put them out in both color and black and white. And I'm really wanting to I want to offer multiple versions of my books. I know it may be a bit much, or some it may seem like you're gilding the lily a bit, but I want like with volume 1 of Apocalypse Girl, I'm planning on putting out a special edition that will have that will be black and white the way it was intended. So, and then we're gonna re-release the color version as well with some slight changes. So I think that'll be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that stuff. That's coming up, in the next year.
Nice.
Yeah. And then you can always tell when I'm getting into something I'm concentrating on, because my speaking will trail off.
No. Oh man. Yeah, I had a pretty interesting week. it's been pretty crazy. But like all weeks with crazy stuff in it, I high center my rear wheels on that speed bump, and I dropped the clutch and leave black marks all over it as I even keep going. You know, I got to keep going forward, bro. So
I understand that.
the obstacles don't stop me; they just speed bumps that I momentarily want to drop rubber on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I understand.
So, you know, we got some new shows coming. Oh, dude. Hey, what's your favorite character in anything that you've written, that you own or whatever? Male character, obviously. What's your favorite one out of all the stuff you've written?
All the stuff I've written.
Hold up. A better question. Out of all the stuff you've written, which one could you get most in the head of and actually be that person?
Papa from Apocalypse Girl.
Okay. See, I came up with an idea the other day. During the show, as always, like it always happens, Les, I was interviewing Nander Schaefer, who does Manchild, right? And I had the first copy of that, and I really liked the one character, Rufus, the guy who works at the local comic store, right?
Okay.
And I'm sitting here talking to Nander, and I'm like, I just had this thought, is like, man, I want to interview Rufus. So I asked Nander, I was like, man, can you get in Rufus's head enough where I could interview him?
That's actually a super cool idea.
Dude, I already got a bunch of people lined up that want to do this.
I love it. That's awesome, dude.
You know, Chris wants to be the mayor of Slaughterville.
Yeah.
I interviewed, you know, the guy who knows the most about the town, right? So I interviewed the mayor of Slaughterville. It's like a bunch of people like jumped on the post when I posted it right away, going, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. So I'm going to create a show where it's the Madness Comic Network news, and Pops is an interdimensional reporter. And I will go into your world and ask you questions about your world and what you do in your world. And you know what I mean? And it would come from the character's point of view, not the creator, not the artist, not the letterer, the character's point of view.
That's a cool idea, man.
Dude,
I like that.
I am the idea man. We all know that. It is what I do.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So that one is in production right now. I need somebody to develop a super cool thumbnail for that show. The Madness News or Madness Comic Network news, you know, with Pops there as the interdimensional reporter or investigator or whatever you want to call it, you know. But I need somebody to develop a thumbnail for me for that show. And that's not going to be easy because that's a weird one, right? I mean,
that is a really weird one.
But that's what I like to do, is come up with ideas that haven't been done. You know, I ain't never heard of nothing like that. Just like the Killer Karen show that Karen and I are doing, or Laurie and I are doing, where we interview people, but we're the ones that are in character as Dante and Karen. It's not Pops and Laurie. It's Dante and Karen. And those are two completely different people interviewing you, right?
Yeah.
That one was fun too, because those characters were created in an RPG, and we take their personas on when we interview people. So
that's fun. That's fun
dude,
stuff.
It's hilarious. That's what I mean. It's stuff that's different. I want to do stuff that people look at it and they go, "Oh shit, I ain't never seen nobody do that before." You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff I want to bring to the network, and I want other people to bring stuff like that to the network. you got something that's cool and it's not getting seen enough, that's our whole purpose here, is to get stuff seen.
Mm-mm.
You know, that's hard to get across to people too. It's like,
I'm feeling much better about that now. Sorry.
let me see. You just focus
There's what
in.
it was.
Zoom in on it. Let me
There's
see.
where it was, and there's where it went.
I can't see it from way out here. Zoom in on me. Zoom in for me. Let me see what you did.
So that's what it was. That's where it went.
All right. But now that one looks better than the other one.
Well, the one in the background, I'm not as worried about, because he is just in the background. Really not too god awful concerned about him. But I am going to come in here. Let's merge.
No, I mean the other hand. That hand looks cooler than the other hand now. I don't know. Maybe darken the other one up so it looks more like the one you just did.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know.
So, and then also, I'm looking at this and I'm wanting to make another little alteration here. Since I can. Let's make that bigger. There we go.
And this is how we do it, people. We watch, we learn.
And since I did that, come in here and just add some little. Let's do just a little bit right here. It's like Bob Ross painting a flying monkey.
Levi, what's up, brother?
Just some happy little fur.
Madness Multiverse reporting. A time vehicle, or well, I pulled up this background. Let me show you. Let me show you what I got. This is what I got, Levi. It's like, man, this comic network news, interdimensional interviews with Bob Shazam. Take that and run with it. Make it better. You know what I mean? But give me something, maybe a wormhole that I use to go from dimension to dimension. I don't fucking know. But like that, right? You know. That's kind of what where my mind was when I started thinking, what am I going to do for a thumbnail? You know.
This is one of those funny moments on a piece where I altered that, and now I feel like it made this look better, because making this bigger, it made their proportions more in agreement with each other.
Okay, but now I'm looking at the foot and I'm looking at the other hand, and I'm going, you got to upgrade those to match.
Yeah,
you just.
I am. Well, I knew this monkey was going to be a thing.
You're definitely gonna have to upgrade the rest of it.
So let's give him some furries.
And that's Levi, who I was talking about last. I want you two to meet, because you guys are the guys that fight back from the worst kind of hurt. You know, the worst where they take motor movement from you, and you have to earn it back. You got to work for it. And you guys are like,
ain't that the truth?
You guys are pretty awesome when it comes to that, man. You fought back from a lot of shit.
Bunch of cantankerous bastards we are.
Well, I was telling Les, you know, it's like you play guitar and martial arts and everything, right? And it's like you're trying to get back to where you can do all that stuff again. And I told him, I said, you can actually hold the guitar now. You can put the neck in your hand. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you know,
I'm close enough to taste it.
Yeah, it's like little victories. You keep popping out with little victories, and that's what you got to do. You know.
Yep. A big win is made up of a lot of small wins that nobody sees.
Yeah, I was explaining to my grandson about, you know, how these guys make it to the pros, you know, And I was like, well, you know, every one of those guys on that field was the guy all through his school and college and everything. That's the guy they were talking about at the end of every game. Every game. That's the guy that went out there and did shit every game. And that's the guy they were talking about in high school, in middle school. He came off the field, and that's the guy they were talking about. That's the guy who kept leveling up and kept leveling up because he wanted to be the guy everyone was talking about. That's how you get seen. That's how the scouts know who you are. That, you see what I'm saying? It's like, that's how you get to the pros, is by being the guy everyone's talking about. That means you have to go out on the field and bust that shit every play.
Yep.
You know? And yeah, man, it's the same thing. A little bit every day. Press forward. Yeah, it's like, and it's the same thing when you're trying to excel at something. You got to be that guy. I'm up in the stands, dude, and he's on the field, and I'm like, be that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He knows what I'm saying. Nobody else does.
That's funny.
Right? Nobody in the crowd. Everybody's like, okay, yeah, everybody on the field needs to be that guy. No, Isaac needs to be that guy. He knows it. He knows who I'm talking to, right? And dude, we were at Western Michigan University for his last game. He's in middle school, right? 6th grade. So he's all jacked. And I have a voice, okay? A outside voice that goes for miles, bro. I'm inside this stadium and I'm yelling, and everybody hears everything I say. And it's echoing out into the neighborhood and shit, right? I guarantee you, if you were driving down the road outside the stadium and had your windows open and I yelled at that time, you heard me. That's how loud. I mean, I can yell loud, dude. We got 3 lakes within spitting distance of this house. If I go outside, just yell at the sky, I can be heard on every lake, on the other side of every lake.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There's something I'm doing right here that I want to make a note of for folks. Because if you're watching, you'll see that I'm dropping color and I'm changing colors really quick. And the way that I'm doing that is granted, this is with my foot, but I have a pedal set up that's the Alt key on your keyboard. So while you're drawing in Clip Studio, if you say I want to sample color from his pants, if you watch my color swatch over here, and I hold Alt and then click right there, it'll sample that color.
Yep.
So like here, I'm using the rest of the piece as a color palette of sorts while I'm making these little changes to it.
See, you got to explain that a little bit to Les, because I don't know if he look. I mean, Les, explain it to Levi a little bit. Les lost his whole one side, right?
Yeah.
So he set up foot pedals to do some of the keys on his keyboard that he would usually use his other hand for, right?
Yeah, I while I was in the hospital last week that I was in the hospital, I spent a lot of time sitting there imagining my workflow and how I'd use my hands and making notes on my iPad. I'm like, okay, I need these keys. I need these key combinations. I need this ability. I was able to kind of basically come up with a little matrix of what I needed and how I needed them. And then
footboard, like a guitarist, he took his music, background, and he went, okay, I can do that for my art.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's what I did. Is I searched while I was in the bed. While I was in the bed, I was searching for I knew someplace out there, because I'm like, okay, people are making new inventions all the time, and I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. Like in music, I'd see stuff for new pedals. I'm like, how are all these boutique pedal companies coming up? And the ones who are doing it digital that have stuff that interfaces with USB and all that, I'm like, there's got to be some place that they're getting the mechanical parts that they can use and then program. And so I just started searching for that stuff, and it took a hot minute to find it, that's for sure. But then when I found my source, I was like, okay. And I ordered these blank pedals and had them waiting for me when I got home. And like within the first day or two of being home from the hospital, I was crawling around under my desk, putting these pedals together. And then I had drawn up a little schematic of the board that I wanted them mounted to that would be ergonomic for my feet and the way that I would sit.
Right.
And a gentleman who sadly is no longer with us, he passed on earlier this year, but a local gentleman here who follows me online saw that I put out a general call. I was like, hey, anybody, who can help me fabricate, this kind of a board, these dimensions. I was like, I've got a drawing for what needs to be cut out on it. So I drew that up and sent it over to him. And then dude got back to me, and my pedal board was born. And that's, so whenever I'm giving out key commands on here, I'm actually doing them with my feet. And the funny thing is, this actually cracks me up a little bit. Is like, now that I've gotten used to using my feet for this, even when I get my left hand back, I'm probably not going to stop using the foot pedals, because then I'll be able to do all the stuff that I was doing with my left hand that I do on my feet, plus have my left hand up where it can type and do stuff too. So, it'll be like having three hands.
See, it's what I mean. He went instantly into, how can I continue to do what I've been doing without interrupting my workflow. And he went to work on that. Look, there are no problems, people. There are solutions.
There are challenges and solutions.
Yeah.
And
look,
a challenge is just an opportunity to show the world a solution.
And I've learned all kinds of stuff from Les about one-handed artists. Okay. I've watched him do this now for 30 weeks, right? And watched him as he's...
Has it been that long? Wow.
Yeah, this is episode 30, bro. Actually, we probably done it for like 33 weeks. There might have been a couple weeks when we didn't do the show. But, yeah. We've been hanging out on the, I mean, obviously known each other longer than that, but you've been doing a show on this is episode 30. And, I've been watching and learning. There's been a few times where I've jumped in and, wait a minute, you only got one hand. How the fuck are you doing this? It's like, and you explain like how you have the thing set on the roller so you can spin the page.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Whenever I turn the page,
yeah. It's
that's the
right there on your mouse, right? Or whatever.
That's one of the buttons on my Cintiq pen.
Yes. Yeah. His buttons on his pen that he can do that with, guys. This dude put together the ultimate setup for a one-handed artist.
Yeah. Yeah. If an artist, if somebody contacted me and was like, man, I've had an accident, I've lost lost a hand, how do I continue doing art? I'd be like, well, here you go. I mean, I could lay it all out and be like, this is it, man. This is a straight up method for it.
And a method for it that works, because my God, I mean, you're still pumping out fucking good shit, dude.
I have done somewhere around, at this point, somewhere around 450 pages of artwork since my stroke.
Yeah.
So.
What's up, Sim? We got Canada in the house. Sim, the Ink Slayer. He's the dude who does Tales of the Gnatburst.
Cool.
I got both copies of that. He wants me to read comics with a magnifying glass. That first one he put out, it was like, I love it. Okay, I love the story. I love the characters. I love the art. I love everything about it. I can't read it without a magnifying glass.
That's funny.
His is the only book like I actually like read it on the PDF for enjoyment. Right? I mean,
where you could zoom in.
It was the only way I could zoom in and see the words.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. As I get older, because I wear glasses, and as I've gotten older, I find myself now going back sometimes and actually reading stuff and on my iPad with a PDF so that I can zoom in.
And I hate reading comics on the computer because I feel like when I'm sitting in this chair, I'm supposed to be working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like when I'm camped out here in front of the computer, it's time to go to work. All the socials are open. Show's got to be done, set up. Shorts got to be made. Oh, you know, I work here, right?
Yeah.
I read comics over there under the light. Physical ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that.
It's just, you know, I mean, I got to have it in my hand. I'm Stan when it comes to that.
Yep.
I'm not big on spectator sports. I got to play the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh
yeah. It's the same with everything in that matter. I got to be involved in it. I have a hard time just sitting down around watching it.
I am the same way.
But yeah, I think we for to help on viewership on a couple of those other platforms, we should want to go a little bit later with this show.
I'd be down with that. I mean, that's like I literally, if you're like, let's go later, I'm like, okay, because I don't know shit about this end of stuff.
I think we just move it back to noon.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
I think people are still like, especially West Coast. Them people ain't watching us at 8 o'clock in the morning.
No.
You know what I mean? They ain't even had their coffee and bomb yet. You know. Yeah,
and the people outside the U.S. definitely. I mean, they're. Well, actually, no, they might be all right because it'd be in the evening for them.
We catch some UK. They're over there. It's afternoon over there. You know. But see, the other thing is, it's like all them UK people, they got shows of their own that run during the day. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like everybody has their own regional shows.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like this stuff, like when I started doing Monday Madness, it was like I went straight to the afternoon because I would get the UK people at night. I would get the Australia, Japan people in the morning. You know what I mean? Everybody's awake.
Yeah.
That was the time. 4 o'clock is the time slot. 4 o'clock Eastern. If you want to be seen everywhere around the world, that's the time to do it. You know, but everybody that thinks the way I do also has their show running at that same time. So, I have Monday Madness running. I think we go at 5 o'clock. So we're still, the people in the UK is 5 hours difference. It's 10 o'clock. Try to keep them up till 11 so they don't get too brittle, You know how it is over there. Everything's got to be proper and shit. No, don't. Y'all can stay up till 11:30. It's okay.
I think I stayed up till like 11:30 last night, and that is rare for me anymore. And I'm feeling it today. If I stay up late any later anymore, if I'm not in bed by 9 o'clock, then the next day I am just like, I don't want to do crap.
That's funny because if you look out, if you look at my like Twitter or Facebook, you'll see, shit, Pops was out here at 2 a.m. Shit, Pops was out here at 7 a.m. Shit, Pops was out here all day. If I am sleeping, it's it's never more than 4 hours at a time, ever. ever.
Well, they started giving me they put me on CPAP because after I had the stroke, they said that that my sleep apnea was part of the cause of my stroke. And I will say, like, I used to do that. I used to not sleep more than about 4 hours a night. And now that I do, I tend to feel so much better. I mean, it made a big change in my world. But it also means that I got to get to bed at like 9 o'clock because I like to get up really early. And like I prefer to be up at like about 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm. That's when the kids get up. Yep. I kind of don't have any choice then. You see what I'm saying? There's 4 kids up there getting up and getting ready for school. I'm not sleeping through that. Nobody is.
Yeah, I like to get up about 5 a.m. and get to work by 6. And then I'll work until 5 or 6.
I kind of got to wait till they're all out the house. And then, when they leave, like to get on the bus at 6:30, whatever, 7 o'clock, I'm sitting here in the chair, back to work, They're going to go back to sleep. That's what the problem is.
Can you see the little circle that's getting bigger and smaller?
Where?
Is that showing up in the middle of my screen?
I'm not seeing it.
Well, I was going to say what I'm doing is if you hold Control and Alt in Clip Studio and you click and drag, you can interactively see the size of your brush and change it. I just think that's really handy. Let's get in here, tweak on this a little bit.
Les is like, really? We've been doing this for 30 weeks? Yeah, man, we have. Dude, do you got Waffle House stories, Grey Wolf? Talk to me. I do like Waffle House stories. He gets up at 4:30 so he can take the wife to work at the Waffle House by 6. I do like Waffle House stories.
I can't remember the last time I was in a Waffle House. It's been a hot minute. Now you're making me think about waffles.
Oh, dude, you know what? The other day, we had some chicken breasts that were left over from the night.
Chicken and waffles is the shit.
Hold up. That was where I was going. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just have me some chicken breakfast. I'm gonna waffle it up, right? So I go looking for waffles, and there's no waffles.
No.
But now here's the cool part. Get with me on this, Les. The daughter-in-law had just come home with a big old box of donuts, and there was a couple of raised sugar twists.
Oh, Lord, I see where this is going.
Dude, it was fucking awesome.
That's funny.
I sliced them things up, the donuts up, laid them down, cut, sliced up some of that chicken breast, put it on there, poured some syrup up on. Oh, yeah, it was good.
Oh, man. See, now I know what I'm going to have to go have for lunch. I have to get me some chicken and waffles.
Remember that. Chicken and sugar donuts, boy. Not the powdered sugar ones, the raised ones that just have like sugar sprinkled all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones. Yeah.
Y'all have Huddle House up there?
A what?
A restaurant called Huddle House.
No, we do not.
It's it started out as kind of a knockoff of Waffle House, and man, they've changed in recent years and kind of got their own thing going now, and they do chicken and waffles as just like a thing on the menu all the time, and it's so good. They're and they do they have a sauce you can get that is basically a syrup with they call it fire syrup.
I like
And
where this is going.
it's it's a syrup with, it's like somebody put syrup and hot sauce together.
Yeah,
And
That's what I said. I like where this is going. Yeah.
It's stupid good, man. And they serve that. You can get that with their chicken and waffles, and it is just off the damn hook.
Yeah, I like sweet and hot. I do that all the time. Yeah. I like hot mustard, right? Like I really like it.
Oh yeah.
But you know how like McDonald's used to have the hot mustard package or things that came with the chicken nuggets? Not the honey mustard, the hot mustard.
Yeah.
It was good, right? And then they quit.
Mm-hmm.
Then they quit giving it up.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I would make my own. Some brown sugar, a drop of insanity, some mustard, mix that shit up. Oh, it's good, right? While back, we made our own. Chris Brown made a batch of madness sauce. And it was, I think, 9 Carolina Reapers.
Oh, Lord.
Ground up with the brown sugar and ground up with the mustard and everything. And we made 35 ounces of it. 7 bottles, 7 5-ounce bottles or 5 7-ounce bottles. I can't remember, but that was all. One batch, right? With the madness sauce label on it. Dude, that shit was so good. It was hot, but the flavor was there. It was hot. Mustard.
I would dig that.
Oh, it was good.
That sounds awesome.
I'm gonna have to have Chris make up some more. It was good. That might be something that, like Laurie. Oh, and that was the other thing. Come up with that idea the other day. We need, Laurie's Path of the Pale Rider.
Yep.
We need some Path of the Pale Ale, bro. You know what I mean? I'm always thinking, man. I'm always trying ideas. I'm always thinking that. And
Now, there's a thing that I was going to get into showing this morning. I got distracted by other changes I wanted to make. So I got this little goblin guy here who's trying to look up his chick's dress, and he needs to, his colors need to change. And I was going to show a little bit here, like there's a thing you do in Clip Studio where you can make a layer and then right click on it and go down the layer settings and tell it to clip to layer below. So now that it's on there, and you see I've got the little guy here in his own layer, and it's all empty pixels outside of him. So in this layer that I just put in here, if I were to draw in that layer, it'll only show up where the layer it's clipped to is at. So like, see how I'm just swiping across it there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to delete that. So that stuff, it allows you to make a new layer that is basically masked by the layer you have it linked to. And that allows me to then go in and do things like color changes, which I'm about to do. And then something else I'm going to do in order to recolor this guy. I'm going to add a correction layer for hue and saturation. I'm not even going to do anything with it yet. I want to make sure that it's clipped. So layer settings, clip to layer below. And then I'm going to come in here and drag the saturation off. And that'll turn it to black and white. Right. And then from there, let's see, put that right there. And then from there, this layer that I just added, I'm going to set it to color. And it's clipped. So from there, I can come in and just start kind of blasting into this with a color over that black and white, and you see it basically is colorizing it.
Yep.
It's a really handy way. Like if you like, I mean, everybody likes him. Fucking Alex Ross's work.
Yeah.
Well, you can essentially emulate a lot of his style. A lot of his style comes from him doing very, very beautiful grayscale pencil drawings with a lot of smudging and tone work in there. And then he comes back over with watercolors that are, they're basically translucent color, and uses an airbrush to spray that color over the black and white. So then the shadows of the black, in the black and all that show through the color. Or rather the color is, just going over that. And so you end up colorizing those black and white elements. And using this method where I've got a layer set to color, it's basically doing exactly that. And whenever I want to recolor something, like if I'm looking at a part of a painting and I'm like, man, I just don't like the way that color works with the rest of the piece, then I will just, rather than having to completely repaint it, I'll turn it grayscale, throw a color layer over it, and redo the colors.
All right.
Makes my life a whole lot easier. So then let's throw some. Oh, it's doing the autosave. Every once in a while, it's annoying because I'll click to go to do something and it'll lag because of autosaving. But, I have lost stuff before, so autosave is your friend.
Yeah. All right. Twitter's pissing me off right now. They're only putting a link there. They're not putting the actual show there. Showing on my it's showing on Critical Blast, but it's not showing on my Twitter. And do I have to go through this shit with these people again?
Probably.
It says I'm live, but then when you go look at it, it's just, you still have to click on the link to see it. And it's like, no, fuckers. You're supposed to be able to just see it. Yeah. Over there, bitches. Over there.
Yeah. I'm starting to like this a lot better now.
Over there on X, bitches. Over there. See? Yeah, there you go. That's how we do it. You wake that freaking thing up over there. That make me mad. And you should see that on my profile live. But it's just a link to it. It's one of those, what the fuck, Elon?
There's a book that I want to do. If I talk about it, I'm sure somebody will probably steal it, but I don't care. There's a one-shot comedy book that I want to do that would be kind of a spoof of John Carter of Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine like John Carter of Mars and Gladiator, right? But the main character is Elon, is like an ultra buff clone of Elon. And it's called Elonicus, Emperor of Mars.
I like it.
And I think it would sell really well, and I think it could be hilarious.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. A lot of people have forgotten that you're supposed to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Supposed to be entertaining people.
Make it funny. Make it cool.
Or scary or whatever, but make it what it's supposed to be. Don't make it a soapbox. Don't make it, you know what I mean? Just
yeah,
great fun
story
God. That people are gonna like and talk about.
All right. I want another ear on this dude. So
Yeah, they can sell it in the lobby of SpaceX. See, Levi gets it. It's all about promotion, guys. Any angle of marketing works. You know, I've been having all kind of fun the last couple of weeks. Now that I have the freedom as an actual LLC to do some of the stuff I couldn't do before, holy crap, I've been having fun. Y'all don't know.
Oh, here's something super handy. So remember, I was talking about the whole thing of colorizing over something turned to gray, and I have just a tiny little palette here of grayscale that I use. So like I can start and just like I'll go in on something like this, even though it's a painting, and just do these little bands of dark to light,
right?
And delineating it that way makes it way easier for me to see what I'm doing. So there's that. Yeah, let's get this little guy. This little character right here, man. He's a hilarious character in this book. It's my favorite part of this book to draw is this little guy, and then he has a little companion of the same sort of weird race, but they're basically these weird little avatars of all things King Arthur and Merlin. But imagine if King Arthur and Merlin were like little like butthole 10-year-olds who just get into trouble every which way, but they have like near infinite power to them. Like they're not super crucial to the story. They're just there, like kind of walking around things, breaking the fourth wall, doing dumb crap. That's why like there's all the serious stuff and all that, and like in a panel, you'll have maybe one of them looking up a chick's dress. There's a panel where in this one book that I'm drawing for this company where these two dudes here are talking with the four horsemen of the apocalypse, right? And it's this big, cumbersome, dramatic, dark scene. And then this little guy with the crown, he's hanging from one of the horse's tails with his nose up its butt. It's completely asinine, and I love it. It is like so much fun to do. Their names are Merculius and Arturius, and they are the most fun in this book that I'm doing. Just asinine little punks. And there's stuff in the book where like, there'll be panel to panel storytelling going on, and I'm doing marginals of these two little guys where they're literally like running across the panel borders. And kind of the running gag is that Arturius is dragging Merculius through the book. He's just dragging him across the panels and under the, and off the pages. It's completely asinine, and I love it. It's a nice break for me from a lot of the very serious stuff that I do. Oh, we still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm responding to a message from somebody.
I'm going to keep working on this a little bit, but I think we are just about up on time. So
that's the whole thing. There is nobody behind you now. That's why I was saying I might want to move this to noon, because there is nobody behind you now, right now. So
that's actually quite cool.
You can keep going for a while if you'd like, because there's nobody behind you now.
I am, I'll probably sit here and tweak on this for a little bit more then in das stream. Let's see here.
I hate trying to do this on the phone. I'm not the thumb guy. Give me a keyboard, damn it.
Pardon me, folks, if I get a little bit quiet.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, I had to answer a message from somebody. How about a Flip City short story for the Elon story? Flip City, they need to do. I mean, they do all kinds of cool stuff. So you never know what could happen. I don't think Christy's here right now, so we can't even throw it at her. But yeah. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, obviously, because that is why we're here.
Oh, yeah.
People killer art. But yeah, like I said, Les, you are not on any time schedule but your own today.
Cool. Can dig that.
And we will reschedule this show next week. Starting next week, we'll move it back to noon.
Cool.
Then you can sleep a little later or have a little more prep time, and
I'll end up. It basically will turn into a little more production time for me beforehand for my regular work.
Right.
Right now I'm on the hook for. Oh crap! There's 2 different 6-issue series I'm on right now. And one of those is very time sensitive, which I kind of hate, but it is what it is. So, and it's a paycheck, so I can dig that. So I can't. It's funny. It's like you can do this stuff and run into things that you could complain about, but then you have to think, wait a minute, I'm drawing freaking comics. It's like, can I really complain? Really?
Just a little bit.
I mean, yeah, but it's all in context.
Right. Yeah. There are some really crazy people out there, bro. I just say that out loud. Really crazy people out there. I can't believe I can still be surprised, but
oh yeah.
If people can have a bad attitude at a weed shop, The only bad attitude I have in a weed shop is if they sell me bad weed.
That's
You know, I mean, as long as they got good weed, we ain't got no problem.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's just how I look at it. You know, I got no problem. I'm having a good time.
Let's see.
So next week, everybody, Les will show us actual copies of Homestead.
Yes. Yes, that will be a thing next week.
I promise you'll see it next week. You will.
Excuse me. Oof.
Oh, and that's it. I shared this for the first time. I think I shared this stream to the Friends of Dirk Manning Facebook group.
Okay.
So if you're watching over there on Facebook, in Dirk's group, what's up? You guys know this dude.
All y'all over in Dirkdom.
Yep, y'all know this dude. I don't have to introduce him or anything.
Yep.
Oh, Les, I don't know what the flavor of the day is going to be. I got 4 to choose from. I'm just going to close my eyes and grab one. I have 4 to choose from. Okay. Well, we got a green container. We had a choice between brown, gray, black, or green. We got the green one. That one's hard to open. Shit. That looks tasty.
I can't see what you're doing, but I can imagine.
Oh, you know. I opened the container. I stuck my nose in it. Yeah. Open the container. Sticky nose in it. Yep, that's good. I like that. I think that's going to be the flavor of the day.
I think I'm going to change this foot.
But no, this is what's it called? Strawberry. I can't read that little tiny writing on that thing, but it's, I think, strawberry something. I can't remember. Started with a B. Strawberry bunts or something like that. No, strawberry coffee is that they have that in the they have that there, but they also have that in a vape flavor. Strawberry coffee. See, he started talking about weed shops, and then you lost me then.
Yeah, because I'm like sometimes I think I'm the only person left who doesn't smoke weed.
Yeah, you're not, but I mean, I know a lot of people that don't. For me, I don't do anything else. And I mean anything else. No big pharma, no aspirin, no nothing. Weed is my everything cure. And that's just the way it's been.
Well, my wife does, she smokes a little weed. I shouldn't say a little.
You didn't have to out here like that, bro.
She smokes a hell of a lot of weed. She's got to smoke a lot of weed to stick with me.
Well, you see, this is what I'm saying. It is a good thing. A lot of people don't think it is. I think it saves lives. I know this personally because, now, look, Les, how many times have you wanted to rip somebody's head off? How many times in your life have you wanted to rip somebody's head off?
I think it was my anger issues that caused my stroke. So a lot.
Okay, so see, for me, I've had that happen a whole lot. And after 10 or 12 bongs, I'm okay. So we saved that guy's life, right? That's I look at it like weed saves lives. Look how many people I would have probably just gone ape shit crazy on if I couldn't have just done some bong hits to get over it. You know? So yeah, Pops used to have anger issues too.
That's not it's not something I got a problem with people doing. Of all the dumb shit that people will do, I'm like, dude, if weed is what you want to do, I mean, I ain't ever seen anybody get high and do some of the dumb shit that I've seen them do when they're drunk.
Yep, that's first.
So
that's first. Basically, man, you smoke weed, you just lay on the couch, watch TV. That's most people, you know. It's like it gives them that relaxed, euphoric. I go to work, I get ideas, I get an idea. Now I'm gonna spend the next 4 hours trying to figure out how I can incorporate it into a show or somebody's campaign, or I'm talking to them about it, and it's like I'm just working all the time. Yeah, I'm high all the time, but that just triggers more work. Do you know what I mean? Funny. It's like, you guys know I'm out here all the time. It ain't like I'm laying around doing nothing. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty much smoke weed all day. You know, not like I'm chiefing all day, but like I keep my buzz all day. You know, I start to get like, I'm taking a hit, I'm good. But I don't sit here and like take 10 hits every 5 minutes or what, you know what I mean? It's not like a cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just, like you said, man, there's no way I would have made it to 60 without it. No fucking way.
All right. This little foot done in here. He needed more of a reptilian foot than what I had. And then we merge these two together. And now the layers that I had above it just continue to blast color into those. So there's that. Now let's kind of make this a little bit more painterly, blend some stuff out. Cool.
Oh, damn. Let's say hello to the 2 new subscribers I didn't catch.
Hello, new subscribers.
Welcome to the YouTube. Welcome to the Madness YouTube network, your comic network on YouTube. Because sometime overnight we got 2 more.
That's cool.
Yeah, 1,150 subscribers on YouTube.
Good deal.
Facebook group is about to top 300. And these are, you know, it's like you can't really curate YouTube like you can Facebook, but my group is all comic people, 3,000 of them. You know.
Oh, that's cool.
Same with Twitter. There ain't no my Twitter ain't no porn bots or you know the ones I hate the most, Les. The ones that send me emails talking about how they can help my channel grow.
Oh, that shit is so annoying.
Yeah, it's like, motherfuckers, do you know what I do? I actually have a footprint online for promoting people and doing shit. I go look for you, and all I see is a website with nothing. A pretty website. That's all I see is a pretty website. But I don't see anything that you've done. I can't find your work online where you've done anything for anybody. I caught one of them, dude. He was on Twitter, and he was saying that he had helped this Indiegogo campaign. Well, the Indiegogo campaign was Graham Nolan's. And I right away responded and tagged Graham. I was like, this dude helping you, Graham? Like, fuck no, never heard of this motherfucker. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll go out and lie and say they've helped this or that campaign to try and get people to give them money. You want to pay people like me who are actually out here doing this kind of work, that have a footprint online that proves that we do this kind of work. Not somebody that I'm not going to email you. I'm not going to be in your inbox online telling you I can do for you. You can come out here and see what I can do for you. See, I don't have to be in your inbox trying to beg you for money.
Yeah, that crap's really, really annoying. Dude,
it drives me crazy. It's like, do you even know what I do? I'm the last guy you want to email or message about making people's stuff grow. I'm the last guy because I do more of it than you do. I guarantee it. You know, you're not going to help me grow. I've worked at this. I know what it takes to grow a channel because I'm doing it without buying fucking subscribers. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that actually do something for you is they give you fake subscribers that never watch your show anyway. So what good is it? Oh yeah, I got all these subscribers. I got 30,000 subscribers. I got 100 people watching.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
I think those are just people trying to trick the YouTube algorithm so they get paid.
Well, yeah, but I mean, those SEO people are the ones that are selling them all these multiple fucking subscribers. You see, but none of it's legit. That's the whole point.
Yep.
You know, shit, I got 1,100 subscribers. We get 20, 30, 40, 50 people watching the show. You know, YouTube, you can't curate your subscriber list. You can't, until somebody says something shitty in the chat, you don't even know they're there, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't go block them from your channel until they do something shitty. So you really don't know what you have on YouTube. We know they steal likes, they steal views from you, legitimate views. They call them illegitimate views. I'm like, gee, all them people talking in the chat are illegitimate? What the, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because there's so many channels that do that kind of shit, they assume everybody does. And they, you know, give us shit like, dude, we do not want fake viewers. We don't buy fake viewers. We don't try to get fake viewers. I want legitimate viewers. I want people that care about what we're doing. I want to do shit that people care about it and they watch it. The numbers mean more if the people actually care, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got 3,000 people watching, only 20 of them really care about what you're doing, and the rest of them are just padding. Make your money, but you got 20 people that care about what you're doing. And I know, because I've grown a channel from nothing. You know, it's a lot of work. YouTube is a grind, but that's because the algorithm is so fucked up. Not in favor of a small creator at all.
Yeah.
Then it's all a game. And you learn, you know, which ones are worth playing. Okay. YouTube, I never planned on building a YouTube channel, so it's not a game I care that much about, except for the actual viewer count. Don't fuck with that. That's something that we need to be legit, because we make deals based on our viewer counts. We sell what we do based on a viewer count. And if, you know, you're taking views from us, legitimate views, you're hurting us. And that's what they do to the little guys. The big guys don't even notice if 500 views disappeared yesterday. They don't even know. You know, they got 30,000 views on that show. They didn't notice that you took 500 of them. If I got 20 and you take 5, I notice.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
We've actually done shows on it. It's crazy. Now you change his hand again, dude. Come on. Give me back that color. I liked that dark blue on his hand.
On the little guy here?
On the monkey.
Yeah, I'm real happy with what I got up there now.
You like the wider look? I liked it.
Yeah, I do. I feel like it pops it forward more. And
I guess I just have that sinister thing in me. I thought that darker look was.
Right now, I'm actually more concerned with this damn monkey, or not the monkey, with this little
the gnome, the troll.
Yes, little troll dude here. Just want to make that pop a little better. Let's give him a little bit more right in here. Yeah. So he's got a pair of these little tusks that I wanted to make pop out right there. And then I need to restore some of this color so that all makes sense again.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one. Yeah. So, yeah, here's the deal. We can start this thing at noon. You can go 90 minutes if you want every week.
Yeah.
You know? So I think I'll have another show coming in at 2.
Okay.
The What's Your Issue show. I think it's going to be, I don't know. I have the 2 shows, and I'm not sure which one's going to go where. I think one of them's going to be Monday and one of them's going to be Wednesday, but I'm not sure which yet. We got a show called What's Your Issue? New show. And it's guest based. Okay. What's your issue? If you come out as the guest, it's what's your issue? And it's totally up to you what that issue is. Is it going to be a comic book you're promoting? Is it going to be a comic book you bought or want to review? Is it going to be a world issue that you want to rant about? It's going to be guest driven. I am not picking the topic for the show. The guest is.
I like that. That's cool.
Okay, so that's one show we got coming. I told you about the other one, where we interview a character instead of a creator. That one, see, I'm looking so forward to that one, dude, because that's going to make the creators go even deeper into their character.
Yeah, that will be fun.
You know, it's like I'm so looking forward to that one. But that's, we're just going to keep coming up with good stuff. We're going to extend Les's show an extra half hour starting next week. We're going to keep bringing you guys the best that we can. And if you want to bring a show to our network so that we can put you on these 8 different platforms and it don't cost you nothing. Les.
Yeah.
What do you pay for StreamYard you're using right now?
Somewhere just this side of nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, isn't that sweet? We're trying to help you guys get seen, man. And we're not asking you to pay us to do it. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's beneficial for you guys to bring your shows to our network. We are going to keep expanding. We are going to keep trying to grow this thing. And it can't hurt you to be part of it. Oh, man. Crazy stuff, dude. Charles, I don't know where you're at, Charles, but we missed you today, bro.
Yeah. See, what I'm doing right now on this is I've added another clip layer, and I'm going in and just adding some texture to its skin with a little spatter spray. And like in the really real world, the way I would do that would be with either an airbrush, and if I were able to work with both hands, I would hold a quarter. I like using quarters for this. I'd hold a quarter between my index and thumb on my left hand, just the edge of it, and tilt it around the tip of an airbrush while I let a big spray go out from that. What happens is that spray hits the quarter, or you can use, I used to use guitar picks. I'd have a guitar pick in my pocket. I'd pull it out and hold it up there. What you're doing is you have a small object that you can hold in front of an airbrush, and you pull back and just unload paint. And when it hits that object, it will bounce. And then it'll make a spatter. But unlike using a toothbrush to flick paint, like a lot of people do, that spatter with an airbrush, you have a lot of control over that. So yeah, this is something that I used to do a lot, in the really real world with airbrushes and spray spatter and stuff like that. You see how, like, here, we'll do a quick look at this. We'll just focus on the little guy here. So there's without it and then with it. See how much interest that added to him, just that little bit of texture.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah, it's pretty badass, man. That's all I can say. His West is pretty badass, guys. Do them promotion things you got to do on the way out. We got to play some ads, play some sponsor ads, and get out of here. I think it's
all right, man.
It's time.
Well, it's getting about my lunchtime, so
yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us and checking everything out. Been fun today. We'll see y'all next week, an hour later.
An hour later. Don't forget that, people. An hour later. Let's see. I think we got some new type of promo stuff here. Cindy.
Oh no.
Cindy Koepp has a new novel out. She sent me a spot for that.
Cool.
And we have a new short from Flip City.
Cool.
And something from a couple things from Critical Blast. So I'm gonna be showing a few different things on the way out. Les, you can go ahead and check out if you want. I got this, brother.
Later, y'all.
Y'all have a good day. Peace out.
It's Flip City Magazine, The Parodies, Special Edition, with savage send-ups of The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more from the first 4 years of Flip City. Get Flip City The Parodies free when you subscribe in print at flipcitymag.com. The world's best satire magazine, and never, ever woke.
I don't know why, but you were watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
Little president in his sandbox play, build a tower, make it stay. Digging deep through the golden sand, building the future with your hands. Tiny suits and shiny shoes, making plans and making news. Friends all gather to join along, in the sandbox they all belong. Little president from that play, every day a brand new day. Learning, growing your own way, in the great big sandbox that is the USA. The USA. Share your dreams with everyone, sandbox fun under the sun. Big ideas taking flight, with Little Trump everything's bright. Dig a moat, build a wall, in the sandbox he stands so tall. Dreamer dream, builder build, Little Trump your heart's fulfilled. Little President Trump that play, every day a brand new day. Learning, growing your own way, in the great big sandbox that is the USA. Hooray, hooray, for the USA.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they have just, I mean, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz
how to do it.
hands. Jazz hands.
Have a good night.